My invention is a technology system called Flight Tower. Now, if you imagine a small and a large tower with a cable spanned between the towers, the machines will start rolling back and forth while the folks in the seat can play with the controls to turn, flip or float.
Did you invest in that, James? Is that something?
Do you know what? I said, for those reasons, I'm out.
Yeah. No questions, I'm out. I've seen your picture, I'm out.
No, do you know what? I didn't get it at all. I mean, I just thought it was far too complicated. You know, I think Harry Potter's already done it, so I think I don't think there's a market for that. But also, I think when in Dragons, you know, we're so used to, you know, doggy treadmills or doggy pack. You know, I've got to plug that.
You mentioned the doggy treadmill. Amazing.
And then he comes in with his amazing helter-skelter thing.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, I'll leave that one to Deborah.
But you're obviously quite genuinely competitive with each other.
Really?
Well, obviously.
No.
So would one of
it.
you... Do you think you'd go and invest in something just to kind of spite one of the others? James?
Can you take that, Deborah?
No, I think that's for you, that, James, definitely.
I mean, I think in the Den, it's a very competitive environment because when a deal comes in and it's a good opportunity, I think clearly we all want to have a go.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately what tends to happen is everybody's got their strength, and if it's an investment for Deborah because it's in her field, we generally tend to sway. Well, I would, clearly.
That's a sanitised version of what goes on in the Den. What goes on in the Den is each man for himself.
No, Deborah. What goes on in the Den stays in the Den.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Calm down.
James, you're a well-respected businessman.
Clearly.
OK, and you've also something of a heartthrob. I don't know if you're aware of this, but
Steady.
On Radio 4's Desert Island Dish this weekend, Kathy Burke was asked what her luxury item would be and what she'd like to take to the island.
You're going to embarrass me now.
Have a little listen.
I find deeply attractive James Caan from Dragon's Den. Right. I think he is adorable. But what I would like is a life-size photograph of him, and I'd like it laminated so I can body surf on him.
Well, James, it seems we've got to give the lady what she wants, I think.
There we are.
Look at that bad boy there. Is that the most terrifying thing you've ever seen?
That's scary.
Can you imagine Casey on that?
Kathy, wherever you are right now, this is coming to your letterbox tomorrow morning, so be waiting for it.
Just for Casey, what I might do is I might just give the beard a good stroke for her, really.
Good idea. Now then, throughout the month, we've been looking back at life doing the Blitz 70 years ago. Do you want me to read it? From the baby's born in a stately home to the man who constructed the world's largest tea urn to offer thousands of homeless people a cup. But what are you doing? Tonight, Angelica Bell hears the touching tale of how even in the darkest days of war, romance was blossoming.
Now, James, you've recently returned to Pakistan, where you were helping some of the victims of the recent floods, weren't you?
Yeah. Like a lot of people, I've been watching the TV coverage and just saw millions and millions of people affected. And just one morning, I got up last week and decided, you know what, I need to go and actually see for myself because all the money that's being raised, you know, is that money really getting through? And are these people really getting the food they were looking for? So I flew out there myself and bought enough food for 1,000 families. And as you can probably see, physically went to some of these camps and give the food out. And, I mean, it was really heartbreaking when you see so many people affected who have been literally lost their homes, lost their lives, lost their families. And I've never witnessed something of that scale. I mean, the area is literally the size of the United Kingdom. And just imagine 20 million people with no home, no food, and really desperate. I mean, it was the most traumatic experience I've ever had.
How can people help now if they're sat at home and they've seen this? What can people do?
What I'm now doing is, having visited there myself now, I've decided I'm going to go back and take on a village myself and look to reconstruct a village where I'm going to build, you know, homes for at least 100 families. And I've set up, through the James Caan Foundation, all of the money that I'm going to generate going forward from my book sales and TV, etc. I'm going to put all that money in there. So I think if anybody out there wants to participate in building the lives of some of these people, if you go to the website for James Caan Foundation and you want to donate, then you can work with me actually to build an entire village and give the lives back to some of these people who've literally lost everything.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, James.
Thank you.
Thank you.